Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Trove news series. In this series, I give you guys all this information I try and give us, and I give it to you guys in one easy video. Now, it is pretty late, but I did want to get this video out today because there's a lot of good news today. Well, it's not a lot of news. I think there's only 2 or 3 bullet points, but these 3 bullet points are pretty big. So the first one was they showed off how you were going to be obtaining the new chocolate dragon, which was made, a while ago by TKM. They mentioned it like a month or 2 ago. I don't remember when they first mentioned the community dragons, but it was along in there. They didn't mention any other dragon. It was just chocolate dragon today. I don't know if it's coming out solo or if it's coming out with another, in a batch of 3 like the old ones did. But anyways, they only showed off the chocolate dragon, and the way you're actually going to be obtaining this one is through a rare dragon field boss. So it's basically the chocolate dragon, enlarged and as a field boss, like you would find the other ones in the world, the ones that already exist now. But they said it's going to be a little bit more rare, and it's probably going to take a few of you guys. I think if you're around like 20 KPR like I am, I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to solo it. They didn't give any relative stats or anything like that, like how many people at what PR would be able to kill something in like U9. I don't know if it's soloable. They didn't give us that information, but it will be live pretty soon, so we'll find out then. But anyways, this dragon does spawn very rarely, they said. It's going to be pretty rare, so if you ever find one, you want to tell your friends about it, stuff like that. Remember guys, it's still limited to 8 people, so that's just the coding of the game. Everything in the entire game that exists as a entity will be 8-person limit, so it falls on the same rules, so make sure you remember that when you're inviting everyone to kill it. But anyways, it does have a few unique abilities. I said, it has like a normal bite, it has like a gust wind type move where it'll like push you back and stuff, and then it has most notably the most notable ability is the chocolate like spewing thing. It'll like rise its wings in the air and it'll like shoot chocolate everywhere. And the one reason why I have this written down is because if it actually stays in its own chocolate, it's going to damage you, and it's also going to regen the HP of the boss. So just a little tip before it comes out, make sure to keep this dragon out of its own chocolate because it's going to regen HP, and it's probably going to do that at a much more frequent rate than the totems that spawn with bosses now. So that's why I wrote it down, because it's like, a pre-tip. Just don't keep it in chocolate because it'll regen its HP as well as damage you if you're in it. Now this dragon does drop essences, in which you have to collect multiple essences to craft the actual dragon egg, and then once you get the dragon egg, you need additional materials to craft the dragon, probably like 300 dragon coins and maybe some wild cupcakes, just the general way you craft dragons. They didn't say any specific numbers, so they didn't say like it takes 5 essences to craft 1 dragon and it has like an 80% chance to drop from the boss. I don't know if it's 100% drop, I don't know if it's like a 20% drop. They said in general that the dragons are going to be rare, so I'm assuming it's going to be 100% drop when you kill it. But then once again, you do have to collect a few of them, and they said they will not be tradable, but obviously the golden dragon version will, because those are always tradable. That's how they make their money out of dragons, because you get them from the greater dragon caches, which are only purchasable by money. That's in the cache chest, which was actually pretty cool when they were. But anyways, before we go off track, that's how you craft them. That's pretty much all they said about them. Obviously it's coming out pretty soon. I don't remember what they said. I don't know if it's this week or next week, because they also mentioned something else, which I'll be talking about in a second here, which was the same date kind of when it goes to PTS. So I can't remember specifically, sorry about that, but it's pretty soon nonetheless. And then the next thing that they talked about was gem stat rerolling. So gem stat rerolling is actually coming in October, which is only a couple weeks away. So that's gonna be pretty exciting to see. And then the last thing that they added was diamond dragon egg shards. They mentioned how we're going to get them, and they were very, very vague. They did say specifically this one is coming in 2 weeks to PTS, so I do remember that. But these are going to be based on how high of a PR you have. So if you're starting out like 1k PR, you're pretty much probably only going to get like the bare minimum, maybe like 1 or even none. I don't know. They didn't give any specifics. Once again, they're very, very vague this stream. You're going to get a very little amount compared to somebody that's like me, or the high-end people that have like 19 to 20k PR. We're probably going to get about the maximum per week. And they said there's going to be a few ways to obtain them. They didn't say anything specific. They literally said no way to obtain them. It's going to be coming to PTS in 2 weeks. But they did say that they will be tied to either a daily or weekly lockout based on the way you obtain them. So again, very, very vague. There's probably going to be a way to farm them, which you could do maybe daily. And then there's probably going to be a way, maybe like you have to kill Darla Moon and then you get 1 weekly or something like that. I don't know. They were very vague, but once again, it's coming in a couple weeks. And that's pretty much it. Like, everything was pretty cool that they mentioned. I'm super excited for Diamond Dragon Egg Shards. I hope they do it right, honestly, because I want there to be a method where it actually engages you to play the game. The way they said it, it's going to be pretty far and few between from when you get them, which is pretty far off from what I was at least picturing it in my mind. I thought we'd be able to, you know, if someone played like 24 hours a day, they'd be able to farm up a good amount of shards. I thought that's kind of how it would be, but they're saying that they're going to tie them, you know, weekly or daily because, you know, they do account for people like me. So I guess it's a little bit more balanced, but hopefully they do it in the right way and not just give them to you kind of like chaos chests and daily loot chests, where it's just like it pops into your claims window once a week, and based on how much PR you get, like more or less, you know, that would kind of suck. And then I don't really know how they're going to base it off PR. Like, I don't know if they're going to base it off your total PR or equipped PR of your highest level character and stuff like that. Like, we'll just have to see, because there's many variables that come into play when it comes to PR. Because what if you're not logged into your Neon Ninja that's 20k PR? Is it still going to account for its PR because it's your highest PR, or is it going to account for everything combined? We'll have to see. And gem stat rerolling, obviously that's very awesome because my 3 empowered gems have all HP stats, so I would do anything to get those HP stats off of them and get them to crit damage, crit hit, and physical damage. So that's pretty exciting as well. And then the chocolate dragons, I feel like that's probably the best way that they've done it so far to introduce a dragon, is by killing a rare field boss. It's basically a world boss, you know? That's pretty cool. Again, I don't know how difficult they're going to be. They're probably going to be a pushover because this game is honestly built to be soloed at the high end. So we'll have to see. Once again, I could be wrong on that one. We don't have any information. But that is going to be it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time.